all the way from, he came from overseas, fucking Fresno, man. That's by Canada, isn't it? Sort of like that? China? That's where they lost the fucking plane. Fresno, the entertainment mecca. Next week I'm doing a Pollo Loco up there, so. This is one of my dear friends, man. This guy, he works all over the place. He just got back from entertaining the troops, ladies and gentlemen, so we want to give him some. Please welcome Danny Minch. Come on, Danny.
I know what you're thinking. How'd they get the guy from Mythbusters to come and do the Ice House? This guy's like, oh my God, how'd they get Paul Giamatti from Sideways to come and do the Ice House? This girl, well, she's been drinking pretty heavy. Probably because she's Mexican and started in the parking lot. She's like, oh my God, how'd they get Brad Pitt to come and do comedy at the Ice House? Just bought a Prius, now I don't buy gas. I just tell everyone my battery's dead. I ask for a jump and I go another 40 miles. I'm going on a tour of America with nothing but jumper cables. Me and my girlfriend had a Prius. It was before we met. It was a Prius. Some of you guys won't get this shit till you go home. Ford's just come out with a new Aerostar. It's got a painting of Starry, Starry Night down the side of it. When people see it, they go, hey, look at that van go. Thank you, art students in the audience. My Prius came with a GPS voiced by Bono of U2, but it's really hard to use because the streets have no names. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Ended up running into a Joshua tree. It was a Sunday, bloody Sunday. I love cheese. Yeah. Blue cheese is the saddest of all cheese. Swiss cheese is the most Christian. Brie is the sluttiest of all cheeses. Because it's the easiest to spread. In a world of cheese, the savior would be Jesus Christ. Unless you're Asian, then it would be Gouda. I don't do comedy full time. I'm also an inventor. I've just come up with an invention for Asian people. It's animal crackers with nothing but dogs and cats in the package. And an all-over body spray for black men that smells like grape Kool-Aid and watermelon. It's spelled ASK, but you still pronounce it axe. And I've come up with a game for Xbox Connect where you are the controller. It's based on Dance Dance Revolution, but it's for quadriplegics. It's called Wiggle Wiggle Your Ears. That one's just for me. Just went whale watching in Pasadena at the El Paseo Mall food court. Almost got in a fight for being a slow reader. This guy was like, why are you looking at my wife's ass? I said, I'm not, I'm reading. It says pa-ink. It's not my fault it was 5 feet wide. It took a little longer to read. Actually just said PK. The other 2 letters were stuck inside. So I had to pull them out. The word in came out. That's a spelling joke. When you come down from the high, you'll figure that one out. Give it up for America. Let's give it up for America. The only country in the world, if you're morbidly obese, they consider you handicapped and give you a little blue placard that says you get to park right up front. What they need to give you is a placard that says you have to park 10 miles from wherever the fuck you're going. Jog your chubby ass up here. And if you're not laughing at that joke, you need to park 10 miles from the Ice House. Jog your chubby ass up here. Just went through a divorce after 23 years of marriage. I'm spending $2,600 a month in divorce settlements. That's where I learned it's cheaper to kill her. Absolutely. But she's the mother of my 3 beautiful children, so I can't let them find out it was me. My middle boy, he's taken it the hardest in the divorce, but he's super rebellious. He just came home from school. He's wearing those skinny black jeans, wearing all black clothing, dyed his hair black, eye mascara, and glitter all over his face. Looked like he stepped out of that movie Twilight. And I said, son, I hope to God you're a vampire. Because if you're not sucking blood, I love berries. Blueberries are the saddest of all berries. Blackberries are the most well-hung. Marionberries are the most addicted to crack. I don't like strawberries because they don't follow the berry rules. Blueberries are blue, blackberries are black, raspberries have scratchy little voices. But strawberries don't look anything like straw. They should be called the red heartberry. The berry I'd most like to eat is the Hallie. After my divorce, I had to move some roommates into my house. And I live in Madera at the time. I didn't know how my life was going to change when I moved Mexicans into my house. Do you know they spontaneously barbecue? 3 o'clock in the morning, I think my house is on fire. I come running down the hall going, what's going on? They're like, we just bought tri-tip essay, what you think? Actually, they don't talk like that. They talk a lot like me, but if you see a guy dressed like this, use the word essay without an accent, you're thinking thesis paper, not Mexicans. These guys barbecue so much, I went to the bathroom the other day, and over the potpourri candle was a grill and a chicken wing sitting right on top. Then they said, Danny, now that we've moved in, can we have a party? And I said, mi casa is su casa, because that's the only Spanish I understand. They said, can we invite some relatives over? I said, sure, what could it hurt? Do you know every Mexican is related? All of a sudden, my house was filled with Ninos and Tinos and Abuelitas and cousins and cousins and cousins. There are DJs in every corner of my house. There's a bounce house out back. All right? But there's this one relative there, and you remember him. You were there. I'll give him this much. He wore his best wife beater to the occasion. But he had tattoos of spider webs going up his arms and a tattoo of a teardrop in the corner of his eye, which turned out to be a bad thing. And the rest of the family's holding him back, and he's looking at him. He finally busts through and he walks up to me and goes, hey, pinche huevo pendejo. Which is cool, that's what the whole family calls me. It's a pet name. Said, pinche huevo pendejo, let me tell you something. I don't like white people. But my abuelitas told me, you take good care of my Tito, so from here on out, I consider you a Mexican. Side note to that, now that I'm a Mexican, you can catch me doing a car wash every other weekend for a dead relative. And now I'm a Raider fan. I'll get them next year. After my divorce, I started coming to these clubs trying to pick up on you young women. And I'm going to throw some race that I haven't got to under the bus right now. It's white guys. White guys, I hate to tell you this, but we are some fucked up dancers. We fall into 4 categories. There's a lip biter guitar player guy. Have you seen him? Then there's the shuffler. You, sir, look like the shuffler. You don't want to go on the floor, but you want to get laid at the end of the night, so you go out to do the best you can. Then there's my buddy Paul, who's whiter than I am, but he thinks he's got Latino blood in him. So he doesn't move the top or bottom part of his body, he just moves the middle. He's like, hi. And he's always the one that dances closest to you and I'm like, hi, my name's Paul. But there's this one guy, and I don't know how to explain it. Pretty good dancer for a white guy, but there was something going on with his face. And it went something like this. My name's Minch. You guys have a wonderful